Good morning everyone, and this is a day in the life of a small charity CEO. So the last couple of weeks I've been very busy, so much that I've not even come on here to share with you what I've been up to. So I think I'm just going to do a roundup for you so you get a little bit of a taste of what it takes to not only run my own business to pay my bills, but then to run a charity and to get it to a place where it can serve more people. And that's the frustrating bit for me, is trying to do all of the networking, the applications for funding to enable us to try and get some funding so that we can put on more courses to serve more people. And in my quest to do this, there are many rejections along the way. The funding landscape for all charities is very difficult at the moment. It's always been difficult, but it's extremely painful at the moment, with the cost of living crisis, with statutory services being cut, with the government wanting to give power over to local governments. Local governments are restructuring. There's going to be many people losing their jobs. Equally, there's going to be other opportunities that do come available. But this whole transition takes time, and whilst the government and the local government and councils are reorganising themselves, they're not really open to working, collaborating with the charity sector as a whole. And I went to a CEO summit event yesterday afternoon in London, being hosted by the Survivors Trust, and all of the CEOs in the room have said what I've just explained to you, and we are thinking about what can we do differently to not only change the language around third sector, voluntary sector, because we're often the specialist sector. So being named third instead of primary already puts us on the back foot. Being called voluntary sector rather than anything else makes people think that we are not specialists in our field. And often primary care, statutory services do not have the specialisms that us charities have, and they often refer their more complex cases out to charities who have got the expertise and the knowledge and the systems and everything in place to help people, but funding does not follow. And that's the crux of this whole funding landscape at the moment. Charities, our wait lists have increased, demand has increased, yet funding has decreased. And there's the nub of the problem. Equally, we have a situation where statutory services often deal with recorded cases. They deal with known incidences. What they don't deal with is what we, the charity sector, deal with, is all of the people who want help and support, who do not want to go to statutory services. They just want to keep themselves private, anonymous, not judged, not labelled, and they come to services that the charity sector offers. So there's two things going on here. Two things. So often statutory services will get given funding to deal with so many cases. So it's a tick box. So say like they get £1,000 to deal with 100 people. They deal with 100 people, they tick them off. They're often simple or not complex cases, and people do the courses or whatever it is that service is offering, and then the funding is spent. Whereas many individuals that come to specialist charity organisations have very complicated needs. They access multiple services, and they are long-term, their care is long-term in nature, not short-term. So when you are dealing with individuals that have been harmed and who are living with daily impact, usually compounded impact, usually very long-term, then the service that they need is not short-term. It just doesn't, even common sense tells you that doesn't fulfill what is needed, what is required, what is safe, what is ethical, what is morally right, what they deserve. Yeah. So many individuals that go to statutory services, they bounce around from one service to another, trying to get their needs met, and they're being failed time and time again. And this is what the charity sector often picks up. And I know with our charity, Survivors of Abuse, we pick up many cases where individuals have been failed time and time again. And our course, which is currently being accredited, our course offers them a foundation to look at where they're at, look at what they're doing, look at what they could be doing instead, and then helping them with a plan of action to move forwards in their life, but then offering the ongoing support, advocacy and signposting within other specialist charity organisations. So it's a whole different kettle of fish. So that is why it's really important that we keep going and that we get help and support from organisations and corporates that are profit making and have a sense of their CSR duty and really want to get behind small charities like Survivors of Abuse, and there's many other charities that also need help and support, so that we can carry on delivering what is actually needed and not just a tick box. Now, to do justice to statutory services, they do help many people on a daily basis, but equally, as I've already explained, they fail many people on a daily basis. Complex long-term needs are not being addressed. Specialist support services address that. So we should not be called third sector, voluntary sector. We should be called primary care within our specialism, because that is what we do. We are, someone said, we are the fourth emergency service. Yet again, that's putting us on the back foot, on the lower level. For our service users, we are the first emergency service. We are primary care for our service users. So I was at the CEO Summit yesterday afternoon, and it was lovely just to touch base with many amazing individuals that I worked with in the past and still touch base with now, currently, because being a CEO, especially of a small charity, is a very lonely place, and often you need to rant, you need to express how you're feeling, you need to come together and strategize to come up with a plan to move forward that is empowering and not disempowering. Now, there are charities that have been closing left, right and centre last year, this year, in the future, because they're not being funded in the way that they need to be funded. And I, as a charity, have never really gotten going. So this is our 10th year anniversary on the 22nd of April 2026, and we are putting on an event in Bromley at the old Bromley Town Hall, and it's just going to mark our 10th milestone anniversary and show the impact that we've had as a small charity with the small amount of funding that we've had to date as well. So lots of things can be done on a small budget. However, our impact shows that we have something that is gold, that needs to be offered out to more people who have been harmed, who are living with the daily impacts of that harm because of the abuse that they've suffered. So we are all about empowering futures. If you would like to get on board with our work, if you would like to have a discovery call, if you would like more information, if you are a funder and would like to get involved with our charity, then please do touch base. Do message me or send an email to chris@survivorsofabuse.org.uk. So if you're not in my area but you would like to support another sexual abuse or sexual violence sector charity, there's many nationwide that are in need of support, either volunteering support, either trustee support, or literally pounds in the bank enable us to do the work that is so needed. And just 5 things off the top of my head that we give to our service users. We give them back their agency, we empower them, we show them how to regulate, we show them how to turn up in their own lives, to be their own cheerleader, how to speak up for themselves, how to live a life that is worth living. We teach them that there is love, life and laughter after abuse, and we literally rebuild them piece by piece, whatever that may look like for them. So, yeah, we give back life. We literally save lives. Maggie, a CEO that I was talking to yesterday, we was talking about the funding rejections that we've been receiving and how demoralising it is and how it impacts us as individuals, not only the service users, not only the service, but how it impacts us as CEOs. And she said, there are not many people that can turn round and say, literally on a day-to-day basis, that they have saved a life. The emails that we get, the messages that we get, the feedback that we get from our service users always at least one on every course that I run, you've saved my life. Thank you. And there's not many people in their work that can say that they do that. And that is the magic. That is what keeps us going. That is what makes us write funding bids that can take days or weeks, and then we get rejections. As I said, there are many, many worthy charities and causes out there, all vying for the same kind of funding and funding pots. But equally, we need to find and align ourselves with people, corporates, philanthropists that will really understand not only the need, but the value of what we offer, and come on board and really push the service or services that we offer out to more people, so that we can spread the love, we can spread the healing, we can spread the recovery, and we can minimize and break the cycle of the damage to future generations. And that's what it's all about for me personally. So we've got our 10th anniversary milestone and impact event coming up, and it's by invitation only. Attendance is by invitation only. And then we are in the middle of delivering our 15th 8-week course, Breaking the Cycle, Cleaner Living Therapy program. And we are also going to be delivering a half-day retreat for our ongoing alumni community that have completed the course and that are still needing support, peer-to-peer and professional input from time to time. So yeah, lots going on. I spent this week doing our accreditation application, and I'm hoping to be able to announce that we've got that accreditation at our 10th anniversary. So keep your eyes peeled, ears open, or is it the other way around? I don't know. I'm very tired. Yeah, and so I should be able to announce that very soon. And we're looking to get our course evaluated. Again, I applied for funding for the evaluation so that we could pay for that to happen, but the funding bid got turned down. So I'm now looking for a donator to get the course evaluated so we can prove everything that I've shared with you. I mean, we've got testimonial after testimonial, and with the course accreditation, the evaluation will just be mind-blowing. So if you are able to help with that, I would truly appreciate it. Yeah, that's it for now. That's it for now. It really does take its toll on your mental health, your physical health and well-being, and that is why I know our course is truly needed, because it helps with not only primary trauma, but it also helps with vicarious trauma. So professionals working in this field, the 8-week program is for you too. So if you are a charity that would like us to deliver our 8-week program to your staff members, it can be done online or in person, then please do let me know. Thank you. See you soon. So this was a day in the life of a small charity CEO. Bye for now.